voice Jesus Christ in faith-based animated film, The King of Kings. Sounds interesting. I like Jesus Christ and I like Oscar Isaac. So that's just a lovely combination right there. Interested to see what my guest feels about that too. We're getting a John Wick spinoff, baby. Yes. John Wick spinoff with your boy Donnie Yen. This man can do no wrong. Kung Fu, karate, martial arts master. I loved him in John Wick, and I'm going to love him in his spinoff show as well. Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Yes. I did like the film that came out in 2021, but I got to say the 95 version was better. But we are getting a part 2, a release date, and we're going to be talking about that. And last but not least, Shogun. Actually, it's called Shogun. Guys, are we getting more than one season coming up? Man, it seems like it. And I'm super duper excited about that as well. And so again, guys, if you're interested in what we will be discussing, if you want to read ahead, all the links that's in the description. If you want an audio only version of the podcast, of the broadcast, link is in the description as well with buzzsprout.com. I'm on all of these platforms right here, as well as SoundCloud. And so, yes, guys, let's go ahead and do the darn thing with this movie news roundup. But before we do, Ron Burgundy, I do need your help.
If I'm going to do this, I'll need my news team at my side. News team, assemble! News team, assemble!
All right. Thank you, Ron. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, what's up, Eric Shaw? What's going on? Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button trying to bring up these comments. What's up? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing, Quindolin? What's good? The first one was cool, but okay. I got you. African superhero. What's going on? Let's go. I just ran my Black Comic Book Convention in Philly on Saturday. I'm tired, but it went well. Congratulations, man. I'm glad it went well for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it went well. And the homie, I miss y'all too. Shoot, I'm glad you caught a live stream. Come through. I miss you guys as well because the views have not been the best yet. You know what I'm saying? The views have not been the best, but it's okay. It's okay. They're going to get better. They're going to get better. But
finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Well, all right, guys. If you've been here before, you know what that means. It means that I have a lovely guest backstage, and they are coming through. Who is it? I love this person so much. Coming to the stage.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Yeah. Oh, did I not? What's going on? My fault. I messed it up. What's going on?
Hey!
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm your huckleberry. Let's go.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look at that bright smile. Oh my goodness gracious. I love it. You're coming through with all of the energies.
Praise the Lord.
Yes. Praise the Lord. And they loving you. They love you. Kim, thank you so much for being here, ma'am. I really do appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
So much happening in the movie news world. I'm so excited, Brandon. I'm so excited to chat it up with you. I love this community. Thank you for having me on. I'm so excited to get into it. Hi,
Yes,
Bucks Thoughts. Hi. Hello.
I love it. How's your Sunday going so far? How was church?
Oh, church was good. They brought a word. I'm feeling ready to go into the week. Great energy.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year. I just want to give a shout out to my nephews. 2 of them just finished sophomore year, and one of them is headed into high school. So, boys, Auntie Kim loves you, and congratulations.
Already. I love
It's that time of year, man. It's that time of year. Transition.
That's dope right there. But y'all, come if y'all, Kim's a vet here now. Love her to death. I really do appreciate her gracing us with her presence. But if you did not know, Kimberly from Southern California, this is what her channel looks like right here. Link will be in the description. I always forget to add it before, but I promise you I will add it. Let me try to do that now real quick. But link is in the description. Please give her a follow. Please give her a subscription. She has a lot of lovely things in the pipeline as well that she
Yes.
is going to be blessing you guys with very, very soon. And you don't want to miss it. Okay. Also, me and this young lady right here, we also was discussing Shogun on my channel and her channel as well. So if you was into that show and you are interested in one of the topics that we're going to be discussing today, there's recaps on her channel for that for the whole season. So don't want to miss that. Don't want to miss that. Do not want to miss that. And now, guys, there is a link in the description. I just saved it. So go ahead and check her out and show her all the love and respect that you give me myself. But Miss Kim, are you ready?
Sir.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Go ahead and do this. Now, do you like horror films? I can't remember if you actually talked about this. I'm kind of on the fence with them. Some I can do, like slashers, I was traumatized as a child with Freddy Krueger, but I remember when I want to say I was in junior high or maybe my freshman year in high school. One of my good childhood friends by the name of Chris set me down. I was like, Bree, you got to stop being a punk. Okay. We're going to sit down and we're going to watch this Scream movie. Okay. And you're going to be a big boy and you're not going to cry and you're not going to have nightmares. And I had so much fun. And I can say when it comes to horror, I can really do the slasher films. But some stuff, the demon possessions and just a few things.
I don't play with Satan, no, baby. You can't rebuke the devil you play with.
Or where you on that? You can't do the Satan stuff either?
I always say you can't rebuke the demons you play with. So The Exorcist, no, we don't do that. But I mean, a guilty pleasure is like a horror movie where it's like, girl, come on, open the door. Like, I do love to yell. I do. The last horror film I watched was Malignant by and that just had me twisted up.
I got you.
So I find a lot of humor in it, but like early 90s, like the return of the slasher film, early 90s style, where there was no creativity, just copying plot after plot, I was here for it. I was like, give me my Skittles, give me my popcorn. Like, it's fun. I don't know.
No, I love it. I love it. I'm with you too. I want to go back and revisit some of these because I honestly don't know if they will still stand as far as quality. I thought they were quality as a child. But guys, this is topic number 1 coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And they say, I know what you did last summer. Reboot lands summer 2025 release. Jennifer Catton Robinson, Do Revenge, hams the new script for Sony. Let's go ahead and get into this. Sony Pictures announced Thursday that a new film with the same name as the original 1997 slasher flick is set for theatrical release domestically July 18th, 2025. That is one day before my birthday.
Oh my gosh!
Jennifer Catton Robinson, Do Revenge, is directing the sequel from a screenplay she co-wrote with the Sam Lansky after the initial script from Leah McKendrick. Neil Moritz is producing the film. The Hollywood Reporter previously reported that Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. were in talks to reprise their roles from the first film that hit theaters October 17th, 1997. Kim, I didn't know that. Wow. It's not official, but with them saying that it's a reboot, I was just thinking that they wouldn't pop up at all. But if they do pop up, that is going to get me excited, maybe like to link it up and stuff like that. So maybe it's not a reboot, maybe it's a sequel or something like that. But we're just going to have to see. Also scheduled for release, I don't care about that. The original I Know What You Did Last Summer star Hewitt Prince, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Ryan Philippe. It was penned by Scream scribe Kevin Williamson and based on the 1973 novel of the same name from author Lewis Duncan, focusing on a group of friends stalked by a villain with a hook after they tried to cover up a car accident. The movie collected $72 million, which is $141 million today. And I got it pulled up on IMDb. And okay, so the numbers don't match up entirely. Which one is this? Okay, this is the first one. And I saw the second one in theaters with my dad.
Oh, with Brandy?
Yes.
I
I liked them both. Man, it did not make any money I know my dad was just trying to spend some time with me, but he was probably thinking like, man, what the hell are we watching? I can feel the energy, you know what I'm saying? Love you, dad. But this is what it got on Rotten Tomatoes. Nobody liked it. I did, and it got even worse on part
Dang,
two.
7%. Wow.
That's
Ouch.
awful. Kim, where are you at on this? Does this get you excited, or are you thinking the studios are wasting their time and money and should be spending their energy somewhere else?
Okay, first of all, I'm fine with the reboot because sometimes, especially with like technology and what's happening now, you can bring a fresh perspective to a story that's got enough story to tell. But one of my pet peeves, Brandon, one of my pet peeves is when you do a reboot and you just keep the exact same name with no difference. I mean, you could call it I've been knowing what you did last summer. That's fine with me. I'm fine with that. But don't just be like, I know what you did last summer. And I
Yeah.
said, like, you're not even getting creative. I mean, it was silly. I remember when the trailer for the sequel came out long time ago, and it was like, I still know what you did. And I remember me and my friends like sitting in the quad in high school, being like, I still know what you did. I still know what you did in math class. I still know what you did. You know, like it was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But you're not even gonna try. You're just gonna be like, we should just. I mean, the art in me is saying, you know, let's just call it. I know what you did last summer. Come on, get
Yeah.
creative. But if we turn the clock back, don't forget how popular Sarah Michelle Gellar was. She was it. And
Yes.
Freddie, I almost called him Freddie Mercury. Freddie Prinze Jr. He was it. You remember She's All That with Dule Hill and
Yeah. Yes.
just like they were so hot. Like they were just so hot for the time. And even Jennifer Love Hewitt, remember Can't Hardly Wait? That was just such a
Yes.
90s classic.
And-
These
Yes.
these like back then this trailer wasn't just a bunch of teenagers. It was like, oh my gosh, I love Freddie Prinze Jr. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. So they had that nowadays because there's so much streaming and there's so many different avenues. Like it's kind of hard to tell who the hot people are right now. I mean, obviously Sydney Sweeney. We got my girl that's playing Wednesday. Obviously the cast of Scream, which now is like not even there anymore. But there are hot people now, but like it just was the hottest cast back then. I thought it was scary. I liked it. I on a rainy day, I like to watch movies like this. I'm excited, but I'm like, don't give me some generic like cast that like the second reboot of Saved by the Bell, where I'm like, who are these people? Like, give me the hottest people right now. Like, maybe give me a pop star. Maybe give me, the young man that did the song with Usher. Jung Hoon, is it? I don't know
I'm
his name. He's a BTS guy. Give me one of those like real hot, hot stars right now. That's something you need to continue. And please change the name. Get creative. How lazy. How
I,
lazy, but
yeah, I feel you.
Freddie Prince, he is always golden in my book. I would be so happy to see him again. Jennifer Love Hewitt, they've both aged beautifully. I love that 20 years later, he is still with Sarah Michelle Gellar, holding it down. I think that's cool. I would love to see more of him. I would love to see more of her. I'm actually excited about this, but please change the name, you lazy stinkers.
I got you. I share the same energy, ma'am. I think they may change the name once we
I
get closer
hope
to the
so.
release. You know, they're always changing titles. Just talk about Marvel real quick. They done released like 4 or 5 titles for Agatha. And now
That's
Agatha all
true.
along. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's not hard. Like I'll never forget what you did last summer. Or I
Don't
still
think I
remember.
forgot.
Yeah, right. Don't you think I forgot? Or that may have to say, I'll never forget what you did 20 summers ago or something. I don't know, but I'm confident that they'll they're like lazy stinkers. I'm confident that they'll change the name, and I am as excited as you are, ma'am. And so I actually can't wait for this. To be honest with you,
Hey,
because
Scream did well.
yeah, and I had the biggest crush on Jennifer Love Hewitt back in the day as well. I love all those 90 films. Those was my ish, man. Those were my ish.
Man, that was a great time, bro.
I miss it. I need to have
Grab your pack of gushers and sneak it into the movies. Like turn the volume down on your Tamagotchi so it doesn't interrupt.
yes, ma'am.
Let's go.
Yes, ma'am. But guys, let us know in the chat or in the comment section whether you're watching via live or the replay, what you think about this reboot. I know what you did last summer or 2025 release. And do you want the old people to come back that survived 20 something years ago or however long it was? Let us know. Then that's actually over 20 years. That's 25 years ago. But let us know in the comment section down below. We are dying to know. We are dying to know. All right, what do we have next right here? Yes, I am really eager to hear what you have to say about this next topic, especially with your belief and your faith as well as mine and what we share. Now, to be honest with you, some people get offended when it comes to faith-based films if you say that they're not the best. I know I have gotten a few of those comments before.
They have a bad track record.
They
Let's be
aren't.
honest.
Yeah, the quality sometimes is not the best. It's not where it needs to be. But those are in live action films. They're low budget. Acting is not the best. I remember having this conversation with my mom. It's all about the message is always fire, always fire. I remember one of them, Black Family. It was something called a prayer, something about a prayer closet. And she had a
War Room.
yes. I love the message, but the acting was but anyway.
That's actually a passion of mine as an actor in this space. Something I really am passionate about is making better faith-based films. And actually I would like to make edgier faith-based films because life is messy and Jesus will take your mess and all of it. So I would like to see more gritty faith-based films. Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
I'm confident you're gonna say yes, but you see the Left Behind series from the 90s?
The sun has come and you've been left behind. Yes, I did. It scared the life out of me. My sister would leave clothes around the house trying to scare me into thinking I done been left behind.
I saw them in elementary. I own them on downstairs on VHS, but I don't remember them at all. But I'm all off.
No, but like on that note, and I know this is like a tangent, but I can't find it and I need to find it. Somebody attempted to do a really horror-based indie film based on The Left Behind, and it was like a horror film. It wasn't trying to be nice. It wasn't trying to be all cute. But it was a faith-based film. But they're like, let's talk about how really scary this seems. And I need to find the name of it because I'm like, that's what I want. I want faith-based films. I'm not going to say like The Boys. I'm not going to go that far. But I'm just saying I want something more gritty and realistic.
Okay.
I don't mind a little language because guess what? That's real. The cutest thing that ever happened, this is a sidebar, is I was at this church thing, this missionary thing, like in LA, and it was kind of the Skid Row area, and the pastor was preaching, and this guy got up and he's like, "That's the MF and truth right there."
Oh wow.
Wow. But you know what? His heart was in the right place.
Yes.
Just because you don't have all the manners and dotting your I's and crossing your T's doesn't mean that and his heart was in the right place. And it made my heart smile because I'm like, you know what, brother? That's all right. Like, that's okay.
I love that. I would have died laughing if I was there. But this is topic number 2 coming from the Hollywood Reporter as well. And they say Oscar Isaac to voice Jesus Christ in faith-based animated movie The King of Kings. They have the exclusive. Forrest Whitaker has also joined the voice cast of the feature film from MoFac Animation. Oscar Isaac has signed on to portray Jesus Christ in The King of Kings, the animated family film being made by the South Korean-based animation house. At the same time, Forrest Whitaker has been tapped to give voice to the Apostle Peter. Duo joined a growing A-list voice cast that includes Kenneth Branagh, I like, Uma Thurman, okay, and Jojo Rabbit actor Roman Griffin Davis. Sung Ho Jae Jang, known as a visual effects pioneer in Korea, is directing King of Kings, while Aferni Kim, The Last
Not
Night's John Wick
Anthony.
2, is producing. Interesting. The faith-based feature is very loosely inspired by the life of our Lord, a little-known Charles Dickens short story that was published posthumously and that depicted the life and time of Jesus. The script by Jang and Robert Edwards. And that's a lot. Oh, sees Charles and Walter Dickens, voiced by Branagh and Davis, respectively, embarking on a multi-dimensional adventure as the master storyteller, engaging his youngest son's vivid imagination with the fascinating life of Jesus, his well-known trials and tribulations, and his noble colleagues and foes. The producers hope to have Dickens' duo, as well as the family cat named Willa, immersed in the ancient tale, interacting with Jesus, his disciples, and detractors in an effort to make the biblical journey easily relatable, readily understood, and captivating, entertaining for families and especially children of all ages. A film capturing the epic life of Jesus Christ warrants a stellar cast, and our actors announced to date Oscar Isaac, Forrest Whitaker, Kenneth Branagh, Uma Thurman, Roman Griffin Davis is an impressive by any measure, says producer Afrani Kim. Oscar perfectly captures the impactful delivery of Jesus, and Forrest imperfectly embodies the complicated aspects of Peter. Miss Kimberly, how does this sound to you so far? Is it something that gets you excited that you'll see opening weekend? Have you, I mean, what do you think about the cast? Or is this something like, I'll just see it whenever I see it, when it comes to streaming? Where you at, man? Where you at?
Look, one of the coolest conversations I ever had. I don't just have friends of just my own faith. I got a lot of friends of different faiths, and atheist friend of mine was saying how one of their favorite movies as a kid was The Prince of Egypt,
Mm.
and how it made them cry, and they didn't know why they were crying.
Wow.
And to this day, they're like, the quality, the music, the story, the animation, it just captured them. And to this day, they're still like, that's one of my favorite memories as a kid was The Prince of Egypt. And they're not a believer. And I think that when the stars align and when it's the right cast, when it's the right director, when the creativity and vision and even the bravery to step outside the box, it can be great. Because remember, I think Moses was voiced by Val Kilmer. Miriam was voiced by Sandra Bullock. Like Prince of Egypt was fantastic. And to this day, people of all faiths are like, oh my gosh, that soundtrack, I loved it. Hashima, Hashima. Like that's ingrained in a lot of kids as no matter what their faith was, just a film that they liked. And so I think on I have two sides. Obviously, as a film lover and a cinema lover and an actor, I want to see good quality. I obviously want to see good quality. I want a great soundtrack. I think it's wonderful when you can get some big names, but it's what they bring to the table. Uma Thurman's an interesting choice, but let's see what she brings to the table. Look, Oscar Isaac, when he did Miguel O'Hara, love, 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 love. Loved the voiceover of Miguel O'Hara and Across the Spider Verse. Yes, his voice was it was commanding but it was slightly compassionate, but it was a little bit threatening and a little bit like intimidating, but also getting all the Spider-Man together. His voice, it was just like such a leader. Like the voice of Miguel O'Hara was so entertaining for me. And that's really what Jesus is. Whether you believe he's the savior or not, he's still a historical figure. And so no matter where you're coming at in terms of your faith, you can still engage in the story. And
Mhm.
I think a child's imagination, it sounds like they're going to do this kind of like that old McGee and Me, like Bible stories show for a lot of Sunday school kids might remember McGee and Me, where it was
Yeah.
like the characters like traveled back and was like, do stuff with Jesus, or like they'd be right there and be like, there's Zacchaeus in the tree, like I like the idea of the characters interacting, because you have to be childlike. You have to see the world and the stories of Jesus through a child's eyes. And so I like where they're coming from with this. I think it's creative, and hey, if they have that magic it could be something like Prince of Egypt is to a lot of kids, no matter what their faith. I have Jewish friends that are like, I love Prince of Egypt, you know. So I think the story of Jesus can reach everybody, no matter what your background is. So I'm excited about it. It sounds precious. It sounds adorable, and we need some more content for kids. That's truly for kids. It's fun, you know, like Despicable Me. Like it's fun when there's something for the adults. Like that's great, but sometimes that can get lost on a kid. So I really hope this is a project that a kid can just let their imagination go and can and the Christian side of me is like, I hope they connect with Christ. I hope they have a connection and be like, wow, who is this man? Oh my gosh, forgiveness. That sounds cool. I want to learn more. So film wise, faith wise, it sounds like they're headed in the right direction. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Thank you. I pretty much could guess that's how you would feel about it, and I'm loving all that over here. I'm excited about it as well. I think, yeah, Baby Tashira brought up. I actually like the Book of Clarence. I was trying to think about the last, faith-based film that I saw in theaters, and I enjoyed that one. It's about 50-50 to me, and I'm confident in this. I was trying to look up Mofac Animations just to kind of see what they've done in the past, see if they, you know, um, made it authentic or whitewashed or watered down or whatever. But I'm not sure. But as I'm reading this news and receiving it and hearing all of your passion, I'm feeling really good about it. I really am. And when I say 50-50, I'm just thinking about, I mean, we talked about War Room. I really wasn't feeling that one. But everybody liked the Passion of Christ, but that was
Sure. But that was, I love that that was edgy, that was incredibly violent.
yeah.
And that's something as a movie lover that I really loved about the Passion of the Christ. That I'm like, show all the skin being ripped. Show everything. That's how you feel it. I have a beef. I don't have a beef to pick with Christian film, but I feel like I want to speak to Christian filmmakers as a whole and say, let's get the courage to step outside the box. Let's go a little bit further. Let's get the courage to get some actors that move you
Yeah.
in terms of their acting. Let's get someone who their monologue, no matter where it's from, moves you. Let's get some commanding presence. We need better actors. Um, we need to kind of be edgier as faith. That's my goal as a creative in this space. Is I want to make edgy um, faith-based films. You know, the
Yeah.
film with Mark Wahlberg, Father. Oh shoot, he played a priest. He played a Catholic priest, but it wasn't really a Catholic priest. He was like kind of a drunk and kind of a loser, and he, some like the church like kind of took him by the hand and said, okay, like let's help this guy, and he ended up doing all these good deeds. But I liked it because the character was like a drunk, like he was hitting on girls, and like it just was real.
Mhm.
Like let's be real. Like come
Yeah.
on, faith base, let's step it up.
I was gonna say, I did not like Exodus Gods and Kings. I thought
Uh, ugh.
I thought that was awful. And I know this is not animation, but what was the one with Noah? I forgot what it was
See,
called.
there's a problem.
Was it
This
called
is
Noah?
it was
Is this it?
one with Russell Crowe.
Yeah, is this it? Is this I think this is it. I can't,
Um, that was oh yeah, that was horrible. Here's the thing: there's two ways to do it that faith-based films are done, and this is actually I love that you're bringing this up. There's when actual believers like Devon Franklin, like he's a great producer in Hollywood. You know, he's married to Megan Good. You know, he's coming from it from as a Christian, going, I want to invest in better Christian films. Mel Gibson, as troubled as he is, but I'm sorry, but Jesus came for the sick. So, more power to him. He did it because it was a personal faith based reason. Even Martin Scorsese, when he, not only The Last Temptation of Christ, but Silence with Liam Neeson and Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver, he that was a faith journey. He said, Martin Scorsese, guys, that he said it had to do with his faith. It was very personal. It took him 30 years to make because he said he had to evolve in his faith before he could really make it. So you have Hollywood people that have a faith-based reason for creating, but then you look at films like Noah that are ridiculous, where they go, ha ha ha. They don't care anything about faith, and they go, watch this. These idiot Christians, they're gonna flock to the movie and give us their money just because it's faith-based. It doesn't need to be accurate. It doesn't need to be good. I don't even need to get people that look like the culture. Ha ha ha. Let's just take their money.
It was awful.
So there's two schools of thought. Yeah.
I know we spend a lot of time on this, but stuff keeps popping up. How do you feel about loosely faith-based that is kind of like a comedy, like Bruce Almighty with Morgan Freeman and Jim Carrey? You know,
I agree with it.
Okay. I like
if you think that God doesn't laugh, if you think that God doesn't understand how we think of our situations and trials, and sometimes all we can do is laugh, or sometimes the lens through which we see our life, it's like comedy. It's really dark. It's really dark. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind a film that's a lot like the Book of Job. You know, I would love to, in my head, I'd love to see like Bob Odenkirk play Job in a modern retelling of the story, in a very dark indie film way, dark and violent and gritty. I think it's fine. God created creativity. Like, let's go. Like, but this Noah was horrible.
Yeah,
Noah was horrible.
Yeah, I remember I went off on a tangent when I left the screening. You know, they have the reps, the studio reps. Hey, what you think about? I was like, blah 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 blah. She was like, you know,
you went off. You went off. Yeah, I did too.
That one and excellent prep. Yeah, guys, let us know. We talked about a little bit of everything, but let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, whether you're watching it via live or the replay. Are you excited about this, believer or non-believer? Let's be respectful. Are you excited about the cast and just your general consensus on faith-based films as a whole? Because there's so many different ways that you can tackle them, as Kimberly lovely laid out. Link is in the description box below. Now, let's move on. I know you're excited about this too. I think you're excited about every topic. You're not just doing them to do. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a background for this. What is going on? Let me get it real quick. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right. Ma'am, this franchise can never die for me. There's so many sequels and spinoffs that they can do. They can do more sequels. They can do more prequels, and there's just a number of spinoffs they can do. We already got one spinoff that was a show on I forgot the platform.
Peacock.
Yes, Peacock. I still forgot the name of it, but I enjoyed it.
The Continental.
There you go. Thank you, ma'am. The Continental. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was entertaining, but this seems like it's going to be even more entertaining. Possibly the most entertaining. This is topic number 3 for Movie News Roundup 127, coming from Variety. John Wick spinoff starring Donnie Yen with Umbrella Academy writer Robert Atkins in the work. Filming is set for Hong Kong in 2025.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I had to blow the horn. Some people don't like it, but I'm so excited about this, man. It would be so silly not to. Okay, I can turn it down now. It would be so silly to not make more of these. I mean, look what the last movie made. I mean, $400 million. Look at the receipts. People like it. The last one is the highest rated one. Kimberly, the trajectory is going up. You keep making more movies. This is how you do it. But let's go ahead and get into this. The world of John Wick is expanding even more. Donnie Yen's blind assassin Kane, who was introduced in last year's John Wick Chapter 4, will be the center of the new spinoff. There are no other details yet, but the spinoff will continue Yen's story arc following the events of John Wick Chapter 4 as Kane has been freed from his obligations to the high table according to Lionsgate. Robert Atkins, who wrote Robert Askins, who is written for Netflix's The Umbrella Academy, AMC's The Sun, and received a 2015 Tony nomination for his play Hand to God, is writing the screenplay. Lionsgate will begin production on the movie next year in Hong Kong. Kane spinoff is developed through John Wick. Director Chad Stahelski's development deal with Lionsgate to oversee the action franchise. Stahelski will produce through his 8711 Entertainment, along with Thunder Rolls Basic, Iwanek, Erica Lee. Miss Kimberly, please let us know how excited you are about this right here, because it is so obvious. I just can't wait to hear you gush out about it. Where you at? Where you at?
You ever see when toddlers get really excited and they just start to shake?
Yes.
Their little fat hands are just like, I'm so excited. That's how excited I am.
Yes.
Donnie Yen is that dude. Don't play with him. That dude lives on business. Okay? He's a bad man. You don't want none of him. Don't play with him. When I saw the casting for John Wick 4, like just the casting was coming out. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, when I saw Hiroyuki Sanada, I was like, oh, it's about to go down. But then when I saw Donnie Yen, I remember getting up out of my seat and being like, I gotta run. Dude, Donnie Yen, not only is he just cool, he's just a cool guy. He's so doggone cool.
Yeah.
But he is so obviously his choreography is always on point, but he brings this intensity to his character. And it's so funny because Kane, that's his second time playing a blind guy that could whoop you.
Yeah.
You know, what was it? Chirrut Ima in Rogue One. His character in Rogue One.
You're right. I forgot about that.
I forgot how to say that guy's name, but he was blind and he didn't even have no lightsaber. He had a stick.
Right.
He was, you know, giving him the business. So I actually like seeing Donnie Yen in this place where he's like, I can't see, but that just makes me more dangerous because all my other senses are heightened. When he was doing the Kane with the gun in that opening fight with John, I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. But the way his character not only was just whooping everyone, but the way he had this like compassionate understanding and friendship with John, and how he was like on business. He's like, you're my friend, I have to take you out.
Right.
But then in the end, the twist, and he's like, let's do this together. Like, I don't want it to end like this. I love that. It's one thing to just like be able to whoop everybody, but it's another thing to create a character that's just so doggone likable. Like his character Kane, you couldn't not like the guy. One, he was like trying to protect his daughter, but also the loyalty and just standing on business on his own with the high table. I just loved Kane. I didn't want him to kill John, but for some reason I was kind of rooting for him. Like, you couldn't not like that character. I'm sorry, but like, I hope the ballerina is good with Ana de Armas. That got pushed back, but I don't think you could do any freaking wrong with this spinoff. The only thing I don't like is it's not coming soon enough.
You know what? You took the words right out of my mouth. I feel you on that, Bam. And Baby Chiro, this will be a sequel. I think the article says it's going to take place in the events after John Wick 4.
It's leaving off like right after. Remember Akira was like, you killed my, like he was there watching his or listening to his daughter like play the violin, and Akira shows up, and it was like fade to black, and you're like, whoa, wait. Yeah, we're picking right up.
Yeah, there are no other details yet, but the spinoff will continue Yen's story arc following the events of John Wick Chapter 4, as Kane has been freed from the high table. And so I mean, you can get a sequel of that. You can get I want a prequel of how he got started. You know, was he always blind? I mean, they can really create a cinematic universe. I think Chad Stahelski said that either he said it or Kevin Feige said it, that they had a conversation on the phone for like over 4 hours, getting advice on like, hey, how do you, you know, we're expanding John Wick. You know, you're the guy. You know, how do you do this?
He gave us 11 years of sequels, so he's the right guy to talk to.
Exactly. So this is wonderful. I'm excited for the ballet. I mean, I'm looking forward to the ballerina. Because also they said that John Wick is going to be in there like it's his own movie. So this is just great. This is fantastic.
This world is so dope. This Chad Stahelski, man, this world he created, and I love. Do you remember, Brandon, when John Wick, the first one came out, there wasn't a lot of buzz? Do you remember? And then all of a sudden this trailer dropped and people were like, what? Because the film that Keanu did right before John Wick was terrible. It was called Siberia or something. It was horrible. And people were like, oh, here we go. Keanu, like, we love you, but come on, dude. And then you saw that trailer and you're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
What? I'm so excited.
I am too. This it just needs to come out tomorrow.
Yes.
So I mean, Kim, I may have to come to California and watch this with you.
Dude, let's go.
I know it's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna have the popcorn, the hot dogs, and the pretzels and all that. So you know, I love going to the movies with people that are as excited about things as I am. Have a lovely out of theater reaction. All of that. But guys, let us know in the comment section below what you think about this news. A John Wick, Donnie Yen spinoff movie for his character Kane. It is coming out. Well, it's not coming out next year, but they're going to start filming next year. So, oh man, 2026, hurry your ass up because we want to see this. I was going to say I want to see this, but we want to see this.
Day one. I'm there. Day one.
Yes.
Day one.
Yes. Now, this next topic right here. I love the franchise. I, you know, played the video game pretty much like everybody else did. Had the film come out in 95. You know, Kim, being a scary cat. I ran out of the theater scared for the first film in 95 with the opening.
Did not.
Soon. Like, you know, your brother's soul is my and he turned into the little skeleton and you know, I was scared. I ran out the theater. There was no cell phones. I got on the payphone. I called my mom. Mom, come please pick me up from the movie. I'm scared. And you know, when I got older, she told me how much she rolled her eyes. She didn't come pick me up. I had to just hang out outside until the movie was over. My brother stayed and watched the movie. But we're talking about Mortal Kombat.
Was she like this boy right here? This scary boy.
It was definitely something like that right there. But it's funny is I ended up watching it at my church camp at Friendship West Baptist Church, and I was like, you know what, it's not that bad. This was after
watched it at church camp.
Yeah, they had it planned at church camp. Yeah, they did. But during the
I might
pandemic,
as well show John Wick at VBS this summer.
Yes, let me know how it goes. That sounds very funny. But was it 2021 during or after the pandemic, we got a streaming release of Mortal Kombat. And man, those trailers look fire. They looked damn good. But the movie was not as good. It didn't end up being as good as we thought it should have been. It didn't reach its full potential. You know, my mom said stop telling that story with a bunch of laughing emojis. But you know, what was disappointing, Kim, is the opening scene with Hattori Hanzo Scorpion versus Bi-Han Sub-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was like, oh my gosh, this is the opening of the movie. This is what we're going to get. If the rest of the movie is like this is the best thing since sliced bread. And it feels like completely different creators made you know, the first 5 minutes to the rest of it. But it wasn't trash, but it just didn't reach its full potential.
Yeah,
we're getting a sequel, and we have a release date. And I also think Cole should die. I don't know why they included him as well. But anyway, my long ass intro monologue. Let me get to this.
Cole should die.
Yeah. My wrong button. Warner Brothers dates Mortal Kombat 2 and companion for 2025 is Zack Krieger's weapons for 2026. I really only care about Mortal Kombat 2. But Warner Brothers is filling out 2025, 2026 calendar and beyond. Today, the Burbank, California studio announced that New Line Cinemas Mortal Kombat 2 will hit cinemas on October 24th, 2025 in IMAX. Man. Kimberly, oh, let me read this too. The Jeremy Slater written Simon McQuoid, director Mortal Kombat 2, comes in the wake of the first film, which was released in 2021. What is going on? As theaters were reopening and in day-and-date theatrical plan with streaming services on HBO Max. Mortal Kombat opened to 23.3 million stateside and ended up its run at 42.3 million domestic, 84.4 worldwide. And those are all of the people that were in the movie right there. Critics didn't like it. Audiences did. And it didn't make that much money because again, it was streaming and everything was shut down and all that.
Yeah.
I gave a long intro. How are you feeling about this? Are you anticipating this, or are you just kind of like, the first one's kind of, I'll see it when I see it. Where you at?
No, I'm excited because I hope they learn their lesson. I remember I love talking film with my nephews, and I like asking them. I mean, now they're in high school, but that was a few years ago, and I like asking them like, "Hey, what do you guys think they should do if there's a sequel?" And I remember we were all talking about like it would be better if they would focus on this and this. And so the first one, I felt like I remember saying to the boys, I hope they do a sequel because I think they'll learn from this
Yes.
what didn't work and the next one will be better.
Right.
That was my thought about the first one because other than the 90s, like obviously this was everyone was so excited to see Mortal Kombat come back. And man, that trailer with oh god, Joe Taslim, is it?
Yeah.
That's my dude. That's my dude right there. It was so fire. It was so good. And it did fall flat, but I do think they'll learn from it because with the technology like Goro, I wasn't super impressed with what they did with him. And I was like, this is kind of Power Rangers for like Goro. Like, I feel like this should look better. I hope they take notes from all the criticism and make this better because it had all the potential in the world. It really did. They didn't focus enough on the fight scenes. The cuts were too fast. I was like, we have some great martial artists here. You had Hiroyuki Sanada. You had our Buntaro. Not Buntaro. Yabushige. You had our dude. Our dude from what's his name? Tandanobu Asano as Raiden. So you had great martial artists. You didn't have an excuse to do cuts as though you just have a bunch of good actors that can't fight. You had people that can fight. So what are we doing with the cinematography? So I'm excited because my hope is that they took great notes and executed on what the fans really want to see because there's a lot of characters in the Mortal Kombat universe that do a lot of cool things. Yep. And it made me upset that they had to create a character that was never in Mortal Kombat to begin with. You have almost 100 characters. Like, why did you feel the need to bring this boring rando? Like, really? Like, can we just not? Like, it's so funny you said I hope he dies because I don't mean this in a bad way, but I hope they do away with the character in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Give him something to avenge. You know,
kind of like that did Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat Annihilation that killed him at the very.
yeah. And Brandon, help me out. Is it rumors that Jean-Claude Van Damme is going to be part of this, or is that something solid, or is that just a rumor?
I think that's just.
I know when things are first starting out and we're only getting a date to go to the theater, a lot of talk, but somebody was saying that they really think that Jean-Claude will do it.
I think he would too. He would too.
Because we haven't seen the dude in a while, and you know. But or didn't we get a casting for Johnny Cage? Or
I don't know. My screen is frozen right now, so I can't do anything.
I'm confident, Brandon, that they can do better. I'm confident that this go round, nobody should walk out and go, that was worse than the first one, or that was just as flat as the first one. The filmmakers should understand by now with technology, with CG, with motion capture. Do better. Do better because the foundation is there. They had to just like you said, that first opening scene with uh um the dude, what's his name? That first opening scene was
Scorpion.
awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you. Was awesome. Man, when Sub-Zero stabbed that guy with his own frozen blood, I
Yeah,
was like, okay, but we just didn't keep that energy.
we didn't. But yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
needs to die. He definitely needs to die. There's no
Yeah, like you
being
you
there.
came out of nowhere. We have almost what is it over or almost 30 years of Mortal Kombat? There's no need for this rando character. Like
Right, right, right. I agree. I agree. It was it's a damn shame. One of the most beloved franchises ever. Got a super chat right here from Baby Tashira. Thank you so much. $5. Hi guys, Kimberly, I love your energy and voice, and Brandon too. Oh, thank you.
thank you so
I
much.
appreciate
That's
it.
very sweet of you, baby Toshiro. Thank you.
Yes, yes. But I'm with you, Kim. Hopefully they did learn their lesson because this was uber disappointing. And man, I mean, just the the trailer still looks good.
The trailer looks bomb. Like oh my gosh. Yes. The trailer had so much potential, but it was a bit of bait and switch. Gosh, Toshiro was bomb.
Yeah,
And even when his ghost like came back, I was like, all right. Like you see, like the potential was there. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
the execution. It's almost like a team was already working on it, and then somebody came in after and goes, yeah, but you know what you really need is blah blah blah, and screwed it up because they were
Yeah.
that fight scene was good. I have no complaints about that. I was like, what an insult. You killed me with my own blood.
Yeah.
But that fight scene was dope, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they learned their lesson, and I'm and especially with them listening to us right now, they're gonna get it. Brandon and Kim, they said we need to step it up, so I'm confident now because we're telling them. So I wish I had that much influence, but guys, let us know in the comment section your thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, where does it stand with the original 95? All that. How do they need to fix it? Let us know all the stuff down in that comment section below because we are dying to know. We are dying to know. Kimberly, it is the last topic of the day. And I know that you are excited about this, as am I am. I had such a wonderful time covering this with you week to week. Oh, it was an emotional roller coaster, man.
Sure
Harimatsu,
was.
his name.
God. Oh,
Forgot, but I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't
you
ever
guys watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
watched it. Guys, this is topic number 5 coming from Deadline. Shogun or Shogun to continue FX and Hulu are 2 more seasons, not 1, Kimberly, but 2. James Clavell adaptation. Yes, yes, yes. What do they have to say? Shogun is a limited series no more. FX is gearing up for more installments of the historic drama. The renewal was expected and foreshadowed by star producer Hiroyuki Sanada, closing a deal to continue as Lord Yoshi Toranaga. Also back are co-creators, executive producers, and writers Justin Marks and Rachel Kondo, as well as EP Michaela Clavel. For now, FX and streaming partner Hulu are saying that they are working with the estate of Shogun Arthur James Clavel to develop 2 additional seasons. There is no mention of a green light, and a start date for production has not been set, but a writer's room is being assembled and will begin this summer. There is also no information on source material, whether the new seasons will stay within Shogun's universe or will also draw from the other books in Clavel's Asian saga. I did not hear that part right there. That's dope, right?
Wow, okay.
News of Shogun's return comes on the heels of the 10 episode original installment Outside's commercial and critical success. It also alters the way the Clavers adaptation would be considered by the Emmys, with Shogun moving from limited to drama series categories. 6 years in the making across multiple continents, Shoguns is FX's most expensive series to date. Ahead of the series premiere, FX chairman John Landgraf said that he was hoping it would do well, so he and his team could take more shots at the big scope with the big budget series. Kimberly, I mean, it's obvious already. I know how you feel about this right here. But once you let the good people know out there how you feeling about this news of not one, but two seasons. And also, will you please grace me with your presence and cover the show with me again if we get the opportunity on the spot, on
That
the
would be,
spot.
dude, that would be so awesome. Totally, yeah. Um, this show was so special for so many reasons, and there is so much more story there. The interesting thing is a lot of the characters midway through. I don't want to give spoilers away, but you guys got to see it because midway through, I do have to say, and I hope this isn't a spoiler, but a lot of the people who I was thinking, okay, we're halfway through, I want a second season, and I want to see this person do this, and I want to see this person do this. Not everyone will be going with us.
Right.
That's the tough thing. Is the certain people, you know who I'm talking about. I wanted to see their story go on, with Engine and Mariko, and
Yeah.
there's so much I wanted to see. I'm not gonna say I don't know what they're gonna do because all my favorite people are gone. Da, 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 because there is so much more in this world. There is so much more story to tell. Um, but I am sad that like a few key people won't be there. But however, I'm excited. Like that woman deserves a standing ovation.
Oh, yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. Her performance was flawless. It's very rare that I watch a series or a show through and through the whole season and can say that Anna, like Anna Sawai, her performance was 100% flawless. I I'm excited to see what they've got. I'm sad for the people who aren't going to be on the journey. But Anjin, like, there's some interesting things. I mean, the English, there's, he came to, not destroy, but he came to just deal with the Portuguese and by whatever means. But what if some English are going to follow and say, hey, we need to destroy these people too? He might end up fighting his own people. He might end up fighting the English. There's so much more story there,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and I'm excited for it. And the one thing the show has shown us is they are fearless. When you get rid of some of the best characters, when
Yeah.
when you do something where I'm like, I didn't think you were gonna kill them, but
Yeah, not that-
okay, that's fearless storytelling. That is fearless screenwriting. When you are not afraid to get rid of fan favorites, of story favorites, you're fearless. So I'm excited because as you and I learned, Brandon, I mean, how many times in our reviews did we just were like, I don't know what to say.
right.
I am lost. I'm emotionally lost. Like
Yeah. And
there's
they didn't let
uh,
us rest either because I'm just thinking now, like I don't even want to say the episode numbers, but 3 episodes we lost an important character back to back to back. You
yes.
know, and more than one person would die in a certain episode too. So it
Yep.
was everything. It was
And
all
I'm bummed not to see him. I kind of wanted to continue to see his shenanigans. Like,
yeah. Now actually I'm thinking four episodes in a row. Just like okay.
oh yes.
Yeah. So
Oh man.
talked about they can do prequels. Also, if I think it was episode 2 where they was asking John Blackthorne. This is not a real spoiler, guys, but they was asking John Blackthorne, like, hey, draw the map in the little gravel or the sand. Let us know what they're doing over here. And they was like, well, these people over here, they done split the territory in half and said that they own you guys over here. So they could be in season 2 or 3, they could be beefing with them. Showing
Absolutely.
all of the clans and tribes of Japan coming together to fight
Yeah.
the other bodies of land,
Portuguese.
as you mentioned.
And we
So
didn't even get to deal with the Portuguese. Like Blackthorn's whole reason for going over there never was settled. He never even got to get into it because so much other stuff was going on. So in a sense, there was a bit of a cliffhanger on that issue.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot more story to tell. And then what history does in and of itself. Like, I know the story. Obviously, it's 1800s. We're not going to go into the 40s and stuff. Hey, what up, Antoine? Um, I get that, but in terms of just what's happening in the world, in
Mhm.
terms of certain wars that happened in history, how's that going to affect them in Edo? So I'm very, very excited, and congratulations to Hiroyuki Sanada. This was his first time executive producing a Western project, and yeah, good on you, dude. That's
Good on
awesome.
you, dude, man. Yeah, this is some of the best news we've gotten. I haven't been this excited for every topic that
Right?
we've covered in a show in a minute. Some, but it's like, I need an extra one, so let me just throw this one in there. But yeah, this is super duper fire. So, guys, what do y'all think about this, man? The first season was hella amazing. Hopefully, season 2 and 3 can be as good or greater. Not one, but two seasons
Too.
for this show, Shogun on FX, Disney Plus, and Hulu. It is going down. It is going down. But guys, I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. But that is all that we have for today on the Movie News Roundup. I really do appreciate it. I was gonna do a trailer reaction for the Holly Berry movie, but with Lionsgate, I'm pretty sure it will be copyright claimed, and I don't want to have to go through that. But Kimberly, first and foremost, man, I just want to thank you so much for giving me your time this lovely Sunday. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me today. Right now, guys, we got 40 people watching on Twitter, 39 on YouTube, one on Twitch, and four more on YouTube as well. Another Kimberly's channel. So I love the cross collaboration. Kimberly, before we head out of here, man, why don't you pub yourself and let all the good people know what you got going on over here?
Yeah, you guys, I am working on a podcast called The Film That Made Me dot dot dot, and I want to talk to people who have made major life changes based on inspiration from a film. Maybe you saw a film and decided to, change your life, get in shape, and lose a bunch of weight. Maybe you saw a film and finally left the country and went to Africa or Italy, or you just let a film inspire you beyond shedding a tear in the theater, beyond laughing. You let it actually change your life. It happens every day. I'm fascinated with how films affect us. And I want to talk to you. I want to talk to your mama, your daddy, your granddaddy, whoever it is. Reach out to me. You can email me, you can DM me. I want to talk to people about the power of film and how it affects our lives. So that is coming in the fall, and summer is like right upon us. So it's coming soon. So reach out. I'd love to have you on my new show.
I'm muted. I
There
am
you go.
going to a screening tomorrow to see Furiosa. Pretty cool. It's a Monday screening.
Woo!
Happy about that. And so I'll try
Nice.
to guys at the out of theater reaction. There's no more
Well,
X-Men, and I'll be back on Thursday for Super Duper 2049. And I got another special guest. They've never been on my channel before. It'll be the first time that they'll be popping up on my channel. So hopefully we can work that out too. And I'm just gonna be clipping these guys and making separate videos. And y'all let me know. So yeah, I've been doing my own thumbnails as of late. And so that that's how they kind of look for Super Duper. This is how they look for the Movie News Roundup show. But I did hire somebody to make my individual thumbnails. And I like it. So just trying to get back in the groove of things because I had stopped doing the Movie News Roundup show for a while. But let me know what you think of that. So, them super chats and cash apps y'all send in really does help pay for this stuff too. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But guys, again, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Kimberly, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.